Okay, guys, so the tower floor has been expanded from floor 50 all the way up to floor 60. So I'm going to do some free-to-play friendly guides for them once again. Now I'm not going to rush through to the last floor because I'm sure I can do it, but just absolutely no rush. It's a permanent content anyway, so I will be taking my time. And while I'm taking my time, I will be trying to optimize it with some more free-to-play friendly character or reflection, etc. So just be patient. I will release all of them eventually, but it just won't be all on the same day, etc. Okay, so let's start off with floor 51. This floor is pretty straightforward. Basically, I don't think it's any harder than any of the first 50 floors because whilst the enemy is tanky and also he does huge amount of damage, the damage he does is actually all single target, which basically means you can actually evade all of them using the combination of this art reflection that I have here, the one with Miwa's picture, and also the combination of this taunt reflection plus Mahito's skill 2. So basically, with a combination of those, you will be able to dodge off the single target, which is the attack that the enemy is actually able to do to one-shot you. And then all of the AoE attack the enemy is going to do is only going to be their special attack. And to be honest, they don't actually hurt. You should be able to tank that quite comfortably anyway. So you shouldn't have any problem with survivability from this point of view. And then in terms of yellow DPS, I think whatever yellow DPS you use in the first 50 floors should work here. I don't think the difficulty is any higher than floor 50, which was also a yellow floor. For transparency, my Nobara is at 4 dupe, but her ultimate is only level 8. And my general rule of thumb is always, one dupe is roughly same as one ultimate skill level. So if your Nobara is only skill 3, it's only dupe 3, then just raise your ultimate to level 9. If your Nobara is only dupe 1 with dupe 2, remember dupe 1 to dupe 2 only give curse energy, doesn't actually increase your damage output. So if your Nobara is only dupe 1 or dupe 2, you probably need level 10 ult. But yeah, basically give this a try. I think you should be able to do it. And even if your Nobara is even lower level, you can probably just reset for a crit on one of your ultimate and that should still be able to clip. Okay, so in terms of the strategy, it's pretty straightforward. Better you just buff and you just nuke with your Nobara. Now, Mahito is needed here purely because enemy have this characteristic where he is gonna have a damage reduction when he's not broken. So you basically need to break him very fast. And also, I think the way it's not very clear in the enemy description, but I think it's not actually as soon as you break the enemy that debuff get removed. I think it's actually the turn afterwards. So the debuff is only removed at the start of a turn if the enemy is already in break status. So that's kind of why I generally recommend you actually break the enemy before, break the enemy one turn before you actually nuke, or maybe 2 turns before you nuke. Basically, just never nuke on the same turn you're going to break the enemy. So that's kind of why you will see me do Mahito ultimate attack to actually break the enemy, and then 1 or 2 turns later, when the enemy is still in break status, that's when I'm going to nuke with my Nobara. Now, in terms of your yellow DPS, obviously, whatever yellow DPS should work. Nobara is probably actually one of the worst choice, purely because this enemy have like a evasion skill every now and then as well. And for Nobara to actually build up her ultimate attack, you ideally want to use your skill 1, but this may actually miss. So depending on the situation, you may actually have to sacrifice one of your skill 1 just to get rid of that enemy evasion. Because if you don't actually get rid of it, what's going to happen is your ultimate attack is actually going to miss, what don't do much damage. So you want to avoid that as well. So that is basically something you have to bear in mind. But yeah, like I said, any yellow DPS that help you to be all the way up to floor 50 should work here. Now, in terms of the other characters, Toga is just there to die on turn 1, just to give you a bit of extra boost in terms of your ult energy, so your Mahito can get to his first ult quickly. And same thing, Unity is needed here because you actually need Mahito to break the enemy twice and for your Nobara to nuke twice. So Unity once again just speed up the process a bit further. And then as for the other character and reflection, like I said, you would want those evasions to make sure you dodge off the enemy single target attack, and that's basically how you survive long enough so that your second ult from Nobara can actually kill off the enemy.
最善の一手を常に考えろ。
鮭、どうしよっかな。
行くわよ。
では教育の時間だ。
防げ。おりゃ。こっか。
では行きましょう。
相手の動き
片付けます。
始めようか。
相手してやる。
そこ
やっぱりこっちじゃないとね。
相手の動きを
片付け
始め。
行くわよ。
授業を始めよう。
気張っていきましょう。
ほらほら、どうしたの？やっぱりこっちじゃないとね。
相手の動きを
手早く
今ならいけ。
準備万端。
では
こっからよ。
教育の時間だ。
気張っていきましょう。
領域展開。自閉円頓か。
やるじゃない。それ。
相手の隙を見逃す。
手早く進
始めようか。
準備万端。
授業を始めよう。
む。気張っていきましょう。
それ。
相手の隙。
さて
どうしよっか。
準備万端。こっからよ。
行くぞ。総力戦だ。これで払い切る。
対象の7対3の点を弱点にする。私からは以上です。
行くぞ。
今です。
数霊呪法。かんざし。
相手の動きを観察しろ。
片付けます。
どうしよっかな。
相手してやる。
ここが踏ん張りどころです。
友な
片付けます。
どうしよっかな。
り。行くわよ。
そこです。
おりゃ。
最善の一手を
片付
始めようか。
相手してやる。
ほらほら、どうしたの？
けそこです。
やっぱりこっちじゃないとね。
最善。
手早く
どうしよっかな。
相手してやる。
おりゃ。
相手の動きを観察しろ。
片付けます。
始めようか。
行くわよ。
では教育の時間だ。
気張っていきましょう。
かかってこいや。
最善の一手を
手早く済ませます。
始めようか。
準備万端。こっからよ。
では教育の時間だ。
ここが踏ん張りどころです。
ほらほら、どう
かか
したの？
ってこいや。
やっぱりこっちじゃないとね。
さて
さて
始めようか。
準備万端。こっからよ。
授業を始めよう。
気張っていきましょう。
ほらほら、どうしたの？やっぱりこっちじゃないとね。
さて準備はいいか。
さて行きますよ。
今ならいけるね。
準備万端。こっからよ。
授業を始めよう。
ここが踏ん張りどころです。
領域展開。自閉円頓か。
最後まで気は抜くな。相手の隙を見逃すな。
さて
どうしよ
準備万端。こっからよ。
行くぞ。総力戦だ。これで払い切る。
対象の7対3の点を弱点にする。私からは以上です。
行くぞ。
今です。
行くわよ。数霊呪法。かんざし。はあ、終わった終わっ